Hey, anime fans, you ever find an anime that just radiates your aura, just clicks all of your boxes? An anime that you believe was literally made for you. And then you watch it, and you're just like,
I'm not feeling it.
that's how I felt when I decided to watch Magical Destroyers. This show has godlike music, stylized animation, sick character design, and has a magical girl. And if you know me, I fucking love magical girls. So going into this, I was excited to find my new obsession, my new personality for a few months. But I attempted to watch this show last year and I promptly dropped it. This show was quite frankly a pile of hot garbage. This show had so much potential. But at the time, I just wasn't in the mood to hear it out. And for a whole year, I gave up on it. And being bored and haunted by myself, listening to the soundtrack on my own, I decided, fuck it. Let's give it another shot. One last chance at redemption. And let's just say I was surprised. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. But what is Magical Destroyers, you may ask? Well, picture this. If one day you woke up to alarms, sirens, explosions all around you, you panic and have absolutely no clue what's going on. And all of a sudden, someone kicks down your door, grabs all your anime figures, your manga, your posters, and jumps out the window. You look outside and you see this is happening all over your neighborhood. You begin to leap to head out to get your stuff back, and then you look at your TV and learn that there's been a ban on all otaku and otaku culture. What would you do? Personally, I'm taking my black ass back to sleep because I don't have time for this. I'm depressed already. I'll handle this in the morning. But you'd realistically be panicking and worried that you'll never get to see your anime waifu again. That's the base premise of Magical Destroyers. In a world where in Japan you aren't allowed to be an otaku, an otaku resistance is formed to fight against suppression so people are allowed to enjoy the things they love in peace. The main characters being the leader of the resistance, Otaku Hero, a nerdy otaku who steps up to lead his peers against the evil organization, as well as three magical girls, Blue, Peak, and Anarchy, who each offer a cool and different spin on the magical girl trope, being the opposite of what you expect. With Blue being a hypersexual, with Pink being an absolute drug lord, and Anarchy being super violent, which I honestly really like. The twist on this trope and the designs and transformation animations goes absolutely insane. On paper, this sounds like an idea, like a really interesting idea of... And I mean, realistically, Twitter already exists, so that place very much exists, but I mean on a giant and huge scale. Would the world be all gray and boring, and would society be dull and uninspired? Not really, because that's where one of my issues with the show arose. Upon my first watch, the world building is kinda ass. We barely get a look at how society has fully been affected by this in other areas of Japan as well as around the world. We get teases and little bits, but never anything that really gets you thinking. It mostly feels as if no one really cares outside of our protagonist in the small group, and the world just goes on as if nothing's happened. I'm not saying I needed One Piece level of world building, but a little something here or there would have been appreciated. If that was my only issue, however, I would think, I would continue to watch it back then, but the real problem comes with the early episodes writing. They make it really hard to want to root for our main characters, and I get extreme secondhand embarrassment. I'm not sure if this is a Japan thing or a joke on the stereotypical otaku, but watching this low-key made me embarrassed to be a fan of anything. They have these cringy loser nerd stereotypes being the army, and when given the chance to showcase other people who are semi-normal and just being fans of the things that they like, they ruin it again. And listen, there's no problem with being super enthusiastic and excited about something you enjoy. I go to anime conventions, I act out a little bit, I go a little crazy, but to this extent, I don't know, man. And on top of that, there's so much fluff in these first episodes that really take you out of the main plot, and it really sucks the life out of the story that they're trying to tell. Like, why the fuck does this scene exist? This shit made me uncomfortable. Those issues plus some weird pacing decisions made it really hard to watch more of this show and led me to dropping it. But shockingly, after picking it back up at episode 6, I had a drastic change in wanting to continue this show. They gave me what every show needs. They gave me a reason to care. This episode gave us a flashback at the start of the revolution and the meeting of Otaku Hero and these girls. And you see how he basically raised them and developed this bond with them that really hits home. They learn to enjoy things, and they learn that fighting for freedom is something that they want to do, especially Anarchy. Going forward after this episode with this newfound understanding of their group and where they started, you begin to understand the feelings of Otaku Hero. You get to see how much he wants to protect these girls and how much stronger they are to him, but he still wants to protect them, make sure they're alive and that they get to live in this world. We get to see how much he inspires these girls and how much he inspires his followers, and it all culminates into my favorite episode out of the entire show. This episode follows Otaku Hero planning a celebration since the group recently won a big battle with the SSC, and they do this in such an interesting way. You have them go through and plan everything, doing interviews and adopting this Steve Jobs personality. As a director, gathering performers, building it up to be a gigantic occasion. And as it reaches the end of the interview, you start to see cuts to him in his normal attire, and it culminates into him going on stage, ready to give his speech until it warms, and he's all alone. No one's really there, and he's unsure on if the celebration is what he should be doing. He has an internal debate with the magic worlds as well as himself, where he understands how dangerous this could be, and that it might lead to the SSC attacking and killing everyone. He knows that there's a much more dangerous battle ahead, but in the end, with the explanation from the girls, he realizes that yes, he does want to go through with this, because even if things do go south, who knows when they'll ever have a chance to do something like this again. I love how they jump through the different realities and the different viewpoints during this. This cinematography is so well done, and the visual storytelling is absolutely phenomenal. The show has these moments of shine when it comes to the visuals that I just adore. The animators must have had a lot of fun through the creation of the show. You could truly see their passion through their art. And last, the musical performance in the lyrics of Otaku Hero's song while they're getting attacked is absolutely beautiful. And then at the end, having the girls come in and sing after with this song that just completely has a different vibe to it, basically being an FU to the SSC, was absolutely amazing. This episode made me remember why I love anime, honestly. And if the earlier episodes could hit me like this, maybe I wouldn't have dropped it. After this, the show goes on and has some amazing moments. And I think the show really just struggled with how to open up and how to start before fully taking advantage of the genre and medium, along with the story and moral that they wanted to tell. I think this show is worth your watch, so I won't spoil the ending or the twist that come, but I want to just say that they pulled out all the stops on the latter half of this show, and it really became a show I don't think that I'll forget about. Magical Destroyers is a show about revolution and a showcase of what it means to want to enjoy things that you like without the judgment of others, to stand out and be yourself. And when the show focuses on that, rather than this, the show tells a fantastic story throughout, and I was completely shocked and surprised at how much I enjoyed it. Is it a perfect show? Far from it. Was it better than what I expected and what I recommended to you? Absolutely. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and that would mean a lot. I hope you guys have a damn good one. See you in the next one. Peace.